dihydroxyacetone is a common ingredient in all sunless tanning products, and it's short for DHA. It was discovered early in the 1920s by the Germans. They were using it in radiology experiments, and when the war broke out, they stopped. And then when you fast forward to around 1954, and actually Cincinnati, where I'm from, a pediatric physician, research physician at University of Cincinnati Medical Center was doing glycogen storage. She was doing research on babies that had glycogen storage issues and hypoglycemic babies. And they were actually administering DHA because it's a 3-carbon sugar. It's a carbohydrate derived from sugar beets, sugarcane plants. So they were administering it to the babies orally. Yeah. And they noticed when the babies would spit up, it was hitting their skin and turning their skin brown. So that's when she kind of took the research further, and about in the early 70s, I guess, it merged into the cosmetic industry. And I guess the first thing that people would remember was the QT, the Coppertone, Quick Tan. Coppertone was a self-tanning product. Back when I was young, you know, you would have orange faces and your hands would be orange, and I mean, everybody thought they were going to get a tan. It was a mess. So obviously, over the years, they've sophisticated that and done a lot of research and improved the products. But I always found that really interesting that that's kind of how it started. But the big difference is when you get a normal spray tan, the product's applied to your skin, and it takes about 6 to 8 hours. It takes a full 24 hours for product to develop, color development to come out on your skin. But you need to leave it on 6 to 8 hours before you rinse the product off the skin. Depending on the person's starting skin tone, kind of determines how dark they can get. I'm really fair. I am not going to ever get as dark as someone that is a type 3 or 4 skin type. I mean, it just, you have to be realistic. If I try to take you too far, you're going to not get a good result. And you're not going to fade well. It's not going to fade. So that's the biggest difference for everyday tanning. Now they have new products out that we call rapid tans, where it's a accelerated form of DHA, and they don't have to leave it on the skin as long for full development. They can wash it off in 2, 3, or 4 hours, depending on the color depth they want. They'll still take that full 24 hours to develop fully. They just don't have to leave it sit on the skin that long. So that's been kind of a new development that's very popular. Obviously, with competition tanning, you're not washing that off. You know, the bronzer that people see when they get a spray tan is what we call a color guide. It's just a temporary cosmetic bronzer. It does 2 things. It allows the technician to kind of see where they're going with it. And as you, the consumer, you get a little immediate gratification. You see something. You see a little tan line. With competition tanning, they have intense bronzers, lots of bronzer in that solution. So it's the same concept as stage makeup. You know, if you're on stage in theater, out in the lobby, you look ridiculous because it's overdone. But under the stage lights, because they wash you out, then it looks just right. Same concept with tanning. They have to go over the top dark because the lights are going to wash them out. So it's purely cosmetic, and competitors aren't washing that off. They're leaving it on their skin for at least 24 hours usually until the show's over. Then they're rinsing it off. And along with that comes challenges for us because we have to keep that tan looking intact throughout the competition and fix little bathroom issues and sweat.